Thank you, everybody, for joining me. My name is David Irvin, and I want to talk to you today about the paradox of self-care. We all understand as caregivers how important it is to take care of ourselves. We're all told this. We're all told you're supposed to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on anybody else. That you got to take care of yourself first. So why is it that self-care is so difficult for us? I'm going to share with you my own journey through burnout and my own understanding and awareness of why self-care is so difficult. And I'm going to leave you 5 strategies for how to counter the natural tendency to not take care of ourselves. So my experience of caring came in my upbringing, and how I learned to care is that my parents came into their relationship with their own pain, and they put themselves through their own trauma, of which I was a part of. And my response to that trauma was to reach out and to care. And I was actually the family therapist when I was 8 years old, taking care of my family, my parents' relationship. And I used to think that that was caring, and everybody thought that was caring, but actually it was just surviving. Now, there's a blessing and a curse in that. And the blessing is that I developed the gift of being very attuned to what people go through. The curse is, and I see this with most caregivers that I have worked with over the years, the curse is the very skill, and this is the paradox of self-care, the very skill that it takes and the gift that it takes to reach out and care also creates within its nature a tendency toward self-degradation and toward disrespect for ourselves and toward a diminishing of the self. And so it's a paradox that the ability to care actually becomes the gift, actually becomes the curse. So I have 5 strategies of how you counter this and how you begin to work with it. And the first strategy is to decide that you are important enough to heal from this. And it's a matter of understanding the difference between self-care and self-centeredness. Many of us caregivers are afraid that if we take care of ourselves, we're going to be self-centered. But in actuality, self-caring says, I take care of myself so that I can take care of you. It's ultimately about caring for others, but you take care of yourself for that reason. Self-centeredness is, I take care of myself so I can take care of myself. And they're 2 very distinct experiences. The second step is to decide to treat yourself like someone that you're responsible for helping, and to really own that this is a healing process and that I'm important enough to engage in that process. Number 3 is to bring compassion to the relationship with yourself. You would not help anybody else through judgment. Judgment is not a good skill for healing. And we need to be compassionate about why it's difficult for us to be self-caring. Because the nature of caring means that it's difficult to take care of ourselves. The next strategy is to check in daily. How are you? What are your needs? How are you feeling? This like you would any other person that you're helping. We do a daily check-in. How are you? How is your body experienced right now? Where in your body do you experience stress? And find that your body will teach you. If you slow down and care for your body, your mind, and your spirit to the degree that you care for others. And then finally, schedule in those needs. Self-care is not always comfortable. Self-care isn't always doing what's soft and what's easy. Self-care is about doing the tough stuff that you know is important. It means meeting your needs so that you can meet the needs of other people. So I hope that these strategies have been helpful. Remember, stop and understand the difference between self-care and self-centeredness. Decide to treat yourself the way that you treat others that you care about. Bring compassion to the relationship with yourself. Check in daily. Identify your needs and schedule those needs. Folks, keep your heart open, keep your spirit strong, keep caring, and make room in your life to hold your healing, the healing important for yourself. Thank you for listening today.